Glastonbury, England, home to more legends and mystical baloney than you could wave a wand at. Joseph of Arimathea was supposed to have traveled here from the Holy Land, and he didn't do it to buy an overpriced crystal. Somewhere in amongst all this New Age hokum was a guy called Bruno, and I was going to find him. Hello? Anybody home? The place looked empty. No buskers, circulars, hawkers. I thought I'd leave. I wasn't leaving until I'd finished what I'd come here to do. There was a big middle-aged guy walking around the street. He looked lost. He also looked kind of dangerous. Good morning.
That's easy for you to say, isn't it?
Well, yeah, isn't it?
No, sir, it is not.
What's so bad about it, if you don't mind me asking?
You wouldn't understand.
I might.
Not possible, sir. Unless you're a father, and you're not, are you?
Well, no, but how did you know?
Look at you. Callow face, unfurrowed brow, air of profound optimism.
So just what is it that only a father would understand?
I could tell you, but you wouldn't comprehend.
Try me. I kept sea monkeys once. I mean, how different could it be?
Very well. Are you aware of the annual Glastonbury Popular Music Festival?
The Glastonbury Popular Music Festival? That's one of the most popular music festivals on the Popular Music Festival calendar.
My daughter, Melissa, attended it this year. Against my wishes, of course.
You're not a fan, huh?
My dear boy, joining a throng of semi-clad youngsters, gyrating in a mindless, hypnotic trance to music which turns their hearts into yo-yos, all the while feasting on hippie fast food, strange alcoholic concoctions, and mind-bending hallucinogenic substances is not my idea of fun!
Whoa, bring it on!
I beg your pardon?
I said, did your daughter enjoy it?
She didn't come back.
Ah, have you told the police?
This isn't a job for the police. Melissa called me to say she wouldn't be coming home. She called from a Glastonbury number. She's still here somewhere. And if she's taken up with someone, well, I've got my Purdy in the Land Rover.
Purdy?
12-bore, double-barrel, vermin for the extermination of.
My name's George Stobbart.
A Yankee? Colonel Buckley. Rutland Lancers, 3rd Battalion, retired.
You know, I had a feeling you might be a soldier.
Can take the fella out of the army, can't take the army out of the fella, eh?
It could have been that. It might also have been the aura of latent violence that surrounded him. Recognize this?
Glastonbury Tor.
What do you know about the Tor?
Good place to deploy artillery.
Right. Okay, thanks. Does this ID card mean anything to you?
It's not yours. Never seen the chap. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Then you should hand it in at the police station.
I guessed that being the middle of the morning, most people were at work. Oh, hey, I'm back here. Anybody home? Nobody was in. Or maybe they just didn't want to talk to me. The store was called the Cosmic Fairy. My mind boggled. The stand contained postcards, pictures of local beauty spots, the usual stuff. And suddenly, there it was. A stack of cards just like the one I'd found in the Congo. I was on the right trail. I hadn't come here to send postcards. The guy looked like the world's uptightest hippie. Hi, my name's George Stobbart.
Welcome to the Cosmic Fairy. I am Tristram Hillage, the proprietor. May I help you?
I hope so. I guess Glastonbury's a pretty mystical place.
Almost too mystical to bear. Joseph of Arimathea journeyed here.
Yeah?
The tale of King Arthur, Guinevere and Excalibur finishes here.
Wow.
And the Tor, that big hill, is the gateway to Avalon, the land of fairy. We also get crop circles, UFO sightings.
Is that everything?
Well, then there's the ghosts, hellhounds, spectral lights.
Okay, it's mystical already. How's business?
Rather good, actually.
Seems quiet.
You just missed the rush.
What kind of people shop in a place like this anyway?
People with open minds. Do you keep your mind open to new possibilities?
Oh, constantly. Some of the things I'd seen, I'd be a fool not to. Do you stock these postcards?
Yes, one of our exclusive bestsellers.
Do you supply any of the other shops with these?
No, that's what exclusive means.
Really? I never knew that.
Evidently. How else may I illuminate your path?
Does the name Bruno mean anything to you?
Bruno. No, I don't think so.
Really?
Yes, really.
You sure?
Of course I'm sure. I've never even met anyone called Bruno.
You seem very positive. His tone made me immediately suspicious. Something tells me you're not on the level. Who is Bruno? Where can I find him?
I don't know who you're talking about. Now get out of my shop, you annoying man.
Oh, I'll get out, once you've answered a few questions.
Oh, God. You're not a tax inspector, are you?
Hell no. I may be a lawyer, but I still got a few shreds of pride left. Are you going to tell me who Bruno is or not?
Not.
Don't forget, you're dealing with a lawyer here.
An American lawyer. I can't see our local Bobby being impressed.
This guy was going to be a tougher nut to crack than I thought. I'll give you one last chance to come clean.
Get lost.
I was getting nowhere. This was why I was in patents and not criminal law. Hey, there's someone moving around up there.
Nonsense. It's just an old building.
You must think I'm pretty stupid. Bruno's upstairs.
No, he's not.
Have you ever seen the guy on this card before?
No, I haven't.
Enchanted Avalon, Lays of a Mystical Age. Well, this looked like big fun.
Ah, you found my little oeuvre.
I guess for an oeuvre, it is quite small.
What do you mean? It's a book of poetry. It could be any size.
Nice cover.
Thank you. My choice, actually. I self-publish. The big publishers just don't understand spirituality.
What's the deal with the coins?
Joseph of Arimathea bringing the Holy Grail here. Arthur and Guinevere being buried here. And, of course, St. Michael defeating the dragon on the Tor. Each silver coin commemorates an event in Glastonbury's history.
History? Sounded more like folklore to me. Silver, you say?
Well, silver-plated. I have a dear friend who does them for me.
For there was lightning in my blood, my dark Morgana, my own Morgana. Oh, there was lightning in my blood. Red lightning lightened through my blood, my dark Morgana.
What do you think?
Pretty good.
Yes, I was rather pleased with it myself.
Miss Granger's perfect potions. Love potions, money potions, potions to make you taller. There was something in the small print. Granger Publications cannot take responsibility for side effects or failures in primary potion effects. Guess even witches fear the wrath of the litigation lawyer. There was a guy outside the bar. He looked like he'd failed an audition for Our Man in Havana. Hi, my name's Stobbart. George Stobbart.
How fascinating. 2 T's and 2 B's.
You'd be amazed how many people get it wrong.
Nothing amazes me these days. Eamon O'Mara.
You're Irish.
No, I'm from Hawaii. The Maui O'Maras.
You're not from Hawaii.
No, I'm not. I lied. Very astute of you to see through it. You clearly have a lucid and highly rational cognitive process. So what do you want, Mr. Stobbart?
You sightseeing?
I'm researching.
Outside a pub?
I'm researching the alacrity with which this place opens. In a civilized society, a man should be able to get a drink at this hour.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning.
Precisely.
You can't need a drink that much, can you?
Now that's a complicated question. Let's discuss it over a beer.
It's too early for me.
Very wise. I'll be raddled before me time. Me liver riddled with the cirrhosis. Raddled and riddled. Well.
So, what do you do?
Good morning. I'm Eamon O'Mara, and today I'm in the enchanting town of Glastonbury.
I'm sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course you haven't.
Now, wait a minute.
I'm here as a professional media Irishman, researching my new BBC programme.
Oh, you're putting together a TV show.
Bingo! Give the man a figurative coconut. I visit villages, interview the local characters, sample the local cuisine.
What's the show called?
Up your alley with Eamon.
Nice. And you're doing this place next?
That's that finely tuned cognitive process of yours in action again, isn't it?
How did you get into television?
By accident. I was doing a reading at a bookshop in London. This wild-eyed BBC producer wanders in, points at me like I'm the second coming, and says, "You'll do, you'll do."
You're a writer?
Wash your mouth out, I'm a poet. Poetry is a gift to the Irish from the gods themselves. Yeats, Wilde, Joyce.
Bono.
Don't push your luck. I may have the soul of a poet, but I've the fists of a welterweight.
Have you seen that guy walking up and down?
The army type. Kind of Englishman I'm allergic to.
Oh? Why's that?
Well, if you have a couple of 100 years, I'll explain it to you.
I'm worried he might be out to kill someone.
Now you're beginning to understand my allergy.
What do you think of the town?
It's a theme park.
So where'd the tourists go?
I don't know, maybe it's out of season for hippies.
Do you know much about this place?
It's got half-decent pubs when they're open. Oh, I see. You want to know about the fairy stuff, don't you?
Fairies?
You see that hill?
Yeah?
Fairies guard King Arthur's sword Excalibur under that.
Really?
No.
Have you been in that shop, the Cosmic Fairy?
Oh yeah, always go there for me love beads.
I was just asking. Does this postcard mean anything to you?
No, should it?
I guess not. It was a long shot.
Who's Bruno?
I wish I knew. Does this ID card mean anything to you?
It's an unflattering photo. Doesn't look anything like you.
That isn't me.
No, didn't think so. You're one of those godforsaken photogenic types, aren't you? And no, it doesn't mean anything to me.
The place was called Zazi's Kiosk. Hi, I'm...
Nobody tell me. Me a Madam Zazie. Me know all. And me see all. Sit down, you. You have traveled far?
Oh, sure, like my accent was local.
You come for the truth?
And another no-brainer.
George Stobbart.
What? How did you...
Me know all. Me see all.
Okay, I had to admit, that stumped me. What do your powers tell you about that man outside the pub?
Him come from across the sea. Him have strongly held opinions. Him seek knowledge, but not for himself.
All that from your crystal ball?
No, him just on the telly. That's him on O'Mara.
What do you make of that guy pacing up and down the street?
His aura glow, red with anger.
Kinda matches his nose then.
Him a lost something dear from himself, and him can't do nothing to prevent it.
Well, we all have to let go sometime. What do you know about that shop, the Cosmic Fairy?
Them sell candle, incense, But the owner, Tristan Hillage, oh, me know him overwrought. There is anxiety in his aura.
Got his karma in a twist, huh? Just trying to lighten the atmosphere. How long have you lived in Glastonbury?
Long time. The toad generate wave of positive energy.
And tourist revenue. A girl can't live on good vibrations alone, huh? Recognize this postcard?
It is the tour. These are for sale in the Cosmic Fairy.
Yeah, that was where it was bought. I need to find out about who sent it, though.
Give it to me now.
What? Why?
Sometime there is psychic traces.
Ew.
Me may be able to read the traces left by this Bruno when he wrote upon it. Aren't we forgetting something?
Please?
You must cross my palm with silver.
Oh, right, sure. Okay, I got a credit card here somewhere.
Me no know except credit card, you know.
I've got some euros, I think.
Me no take euros.
How about doubloons, gold ingots, a barter stick?
It's only silver me accept, you know.
Hello again. That guy over there looks suspicious to me.
Ah, I've seen suspicious, and he isn't it.
Oh, so what does suspicious look like?
Take a glance in the mirror sometime, young fella.
There's a fortune teller up the street. Maybe you could ask her to help you.
How so?
Well, you know, she could look in the crystal ball and maybe she... Or, tea leaves. She could read tea leaves. Or tarot cards. They got, like, cool little pictures.
You're a rum sort of a fella, aren't you?
That's an interesting shop. The Cosmic Fairy.
Place is full of woolly-minded liberals and frou-frou socialists.
So I guess you won't be opening a charge account there.
Don't be fatuous. But I've got my eye on the place. That Hillage fellow is up to something.
What do you think goes on in there?
I've been asking around. He used to rent his spare room out. Claims it's empty now. But I've seen a light on him there after he's gone home.
Maybe the little people are having a poker game.
He's harbouring somebody. I'd bet my wife on it. I'd even bet the dog on it.
Hi, Eamon. Have you been in the fortune tellers over there?
Now why would I do a thing like that?
To talk to the fortune teller.
Well, if I wanted my palm read, I'll get my head examined first.
You don't seem very open to suggestions for your program.
I work best after a couple of stiff drinks.
I hadn't come here to send postcards. Hi again. What do you make of that fortune teller?
Madame Zazi? Very traditional. Crystal ball, tea leaves, tarot, the usual.
You say you had trouble getting this published?
Publishers! Ha! Philistines, the lot of them.
What you need is to raise your profile.
Advertise, you mean? Oh, I can't afford that.
How about a little spot on the BBC? Eamon O'Mara's new show?
That would be marvellous. Oh, but impossible, of course.
Don't worry. Eamon and I go, way, way back. At least 5 minutes. Want me to have a word with him? He's right here in Glastonbury.
Would you do that? Oh, thanks. Thanks awfully.
I'll need to show him some of your work.
Yes, of course. Here, take a copy.
I'm sure he'll love your stuff. Enchanted Avalon, Lays of a Mystical Age. The book of poems was by the guy in the Cosmic Fairy. There were silver coins laminated into the cover. The 3 commemorative coins had come from the poetry book. Hi, Eamon. The guy who runs the Cosmic Fairy might be ideal for your show.
That old hippie. I've no time for the 60s. Caftans stink. Timothy Leary was a turn-off, and I'd rather listen to The Clash than the Beatles any day.
I thought you wanted to talk to eccentric characters.
Hippies aren't eccentric. They're pathetic.
I think this guy's got something. Take a read.
Enchanted Avalon. Lays of a Mystical Age. Oh, just what I needed.
No, read some. You won't be disappointed.
If you say so. For there is lightning in my blood, my dark Morgana, my own Morgana.
It's not bad, is it?
No, it isn't. Oh, there was lightning in my blood, red lightning, lighten through my blood.
That's beautiful.
It is that, just as beautiful as when James Clarence Mangan wrote it about his Rosaline 180 years ago.
What?
Look at this. The fairies are a silent race, and pale as lily flowers to see. That's Samuel Ferguson. Shameless, absolutely bloody shameless. Darley, Griffin, Aubrey bloody de Vere, does his thievery know no bound?
Well, he's stolen it all?
Every word. Oh, get this. The author reserves the right to be identified as the creator of this work. The grave robbing little toe rag. I'll have him.
Good morrow, fair traveller. How may I help you?
To the island valley of Avilion, where falls not hail, or rain, or any snow, nor ever wind blows loudly, but it lies.
I beg your pardon?
Deep meadowed, happy fair, with orchard lawns and bowery hollows, crowned with summer sea.
That's good. That's very good.
Of course it's good. It's Tennyson, you tofu-chewing twit. From his Mort to Arthur. Not the Thomas Mallory one, but we won't hold that against him. Now, do you recall King Mark of Cornwall in that tale?
I've read Mallory, yes, but,
You'll recall Mark has a big downer on a knight called Tristram then. 'Cause Tristram took something that didn't belong to him.
Oh, God! You mean Melissa? Look, I can explain.
No, not Melissa, you idiot! Isolde!
Now you've completely lost me.
I'm talking theft and possession. Possession by the spirits of Mangan, Griffin and de Vere among others.
Ah!
Yes, 'tis a miracle that you've channeled all these great talents into your little book. Just a shame that they ended up repeating themselves from their own published works. Word for bloody word!
Wait! I can explain everything.
Now, that was my line. It was also my cue to make a move.
Good, you explain. And in return, I'll explain to you the theme of boxing in Irish literature.
Now, let's stay calm.
Oh, I am calm. You should see me when I lose my temper. My God, you could at least have tried to be subtle.
It wasn't so much copying as being inspired.
You'll know the meaning of the word inspired. Finished with you.
I wasn't leaving until I'd finished what I'd come here to do. Hi again. Here, let me cross your palm with silver. Have a look at this postcard, please.
Ooh, ah, ah. I see a man.
Well, that narrows it down.
A man, Bruno, fleeing from danger. Him nearby and yet...
There was nothing she couldn't have picked up from reading the card itself.
No, the psychic imprint is too faint. Too many others have handled this card. Your own imprint is much more distinct.
Oh?
You'll be going on a long journey.
Terrific. Am I going to come back?
Perhaps, perhaps not. I need something much more personal to this Bruno if you want a better reading.
Okay. Let me cross your palm with silver. Again. Want to get psychic with this?
Ooh, ah, ah.
What is it?
Skin like bone, eye black, empty, the fierce of death. No! Take it back, ma, take it back!
Okay, what's happening?
I saw something without compassion, without mercy, a man without no soul.
Zazie had already read the ID card once and, judging from her reaction, wouldn't be happy about looking at it again.
You think all those great minds live just to make you look good, eh?
No violence, no violence!
Gosh!
Hi. Sorry to just barge in here like this.
I could have been getting undressed or anything.
Guess we were just lucky then.
Or not. What's your name?
George, what's yours?
Melissa. Have you come to save me?
Melissa? Melissa Butley?
How did you know my name?
Well, your dad's stamping up and down the street like Godzilla, except scarier.
Daddy? Oh my God, he isn't. Oh my God, he is! Oh, he drives me absolutely potty. You have no idea.
You know, you remind me of somebody, but I can't put my finger on who.
Perhaps we were sweethearts in another age. You know, underneath that brash exterior, you're really rather my type.
About your dad.
I say, you're not working for him, are you?
No.
Shame. I'd come home today if you were the pool boy.
I guess your dad's just worried about you.
Worried that I might have grown up? Well, he's too late. I have. And I rather like it.
You got a boyfriend?
You got a girlfriend?
Well, not really.
Interesting.
So, you're on the run.
Sort of.
Your dad's a real ogre.
Oh, he's a pussycat.
Really?
The frothing pit bull terrier type of pussycat.
Have you seen anything weird while you've been in Glastonbury?
Only the people who live here.
There's a guy who does shows for the BBC in front of the pub.
We don't do shows in Britain, George. We do programmes.
Have you been to the fortune teller up the street?
And what would she tell me? I'm going to meet a tall, dark man with a big moustache and a double-barreled shotgun.
He hasn't really got a shotgun, has he?
Of course. Daddy's old-fashioned like that. I do hope he doesn't kill Tristram.
Hey, I know who you remind me of. Do you know a Lady Piermont?
Aunt Clarissa? I should say so. Lovely old duck. How do you know her?
Met her in Paris a few years back.
On one of her man-trawling holidays, no doubt. I say, did you and Aunt Clarissa...
No, not my type.
No, you don't have that haunted look her conquests usually display.
You recognize this?
One of the tour postcards from downstairs, isn't it?
It's what brought me here in the first place. Does the name Bruno mean anything?
Oh, Tristram mentioned him. He used this room before me, you know.
How do you know Tristram?
I met him at the festival.
Aha!
He read me his poetry.
You don't need to tell me the rest.
Then he said I could come and stay with him. So I did.
You poor kid. You and Tristram, is it serious?
Tristram is one of a kind. In fact, when I think of him, I go, you know.
The poor woman had been duped by Tristram's lies. I couldn't let him mess up her life. And she was bound to find out sooner or later. Look, Melissa, you hardly know me, but some things are better coming from a stranger.
Ooh, is that a promise?
These poems, Tristram doesn't write them. They're all copies.
Well, duh. Obviously.
What?
I knew that.
What?
You must think I'm totally dim.
No, I just thought he'd tricked you, put you under his spell.
Oh, you're too sweet. George, are you for real?
I don't...
You've come to save me. Like a knight in armour.
Well, that wasn't my original plan, but it became an option.
Oh, I could kiss you all over.
Hey, steady. Remember the Geneva Convention.
Who needs it? I don't take prisoners.
I bet. So, when did you find out about the poems?
From day one. I wrote my thesis at Cambridge on Irish poets of the early 19th century.
You're very gifted.
Try me.
Ha! And Tristram doesn't know.
That I know? Of course not. Why let a question of authorship get in the way of a good...
Yes, why indeed.
But all good things. There's Daddy on the trail. I think I'd better split. Anyway, don't suppose you fancy a weekend in Acapulco?
Geez, I'd love to, but my Acapulco visa ran out just yesterday.